on the internet because that's how I'm gonna fill it. And no offense, I'm just gonna make sure that we did it all good. You're good. You're great.
None taken.
All right, we're live. Hi everyone. Welcome to the last week in the month of July for our last X-Men drawing.
Time is just speeding
We'll
by.
be working with Professor X, which I'm really excited about. But yeah, just in case any of you have been waiting to see our prizes and stuff this week, I'm going to show you the prints that you can win, and then I'm going to show you the backpack because we finally got it in, and it's freaking amazing, and I can't wait. And don't forget, this is from BKS Art and Textiles. So if you want to win, you could win a metal print. You also have the potential to win a backpack, a really cool backpack. So here are the metal prints. Bum, ba, bum, 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 bum.
Wow.
Yeah, so these are really cool. You could win one of these. Like, seriously, just like win. Free win.
Nice.
You could win one of these.
Nice.
And all you have to do for those is type in the word professor. Tonight's word is professor.
Professor.
However, if you would like to win this so cool bag, this bag was handmade by our friends over at BKS Art and Textiles. You're going to have to make sure that you commented. If you have been following us along all month, you're going to make sure that you commented on each video with the special word of the day. If you haven't done that, then tonight you're going to have to work a little bit for it. I need you, if you want to win this, you need to follow the Chalk Girl on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. You need to go follow BKS Art and Textiles on Facebook. You need to comment the word professor, and I think that was it. Those three things. You gotta make sure you got all those things down. So you gotta, and you gotta tag some friends. Tag some friends. You gotta work for it, guys. This is a really cool, really awesome thing that BKS Art and Textiles just graciously made for us so that we could raffle it off and promote them.
So cool.
Yeah, so cool. So freaking cool. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous, it's sturdy and strong. It'll carry all your books, all your X-Men stuff.
It looks.
It's so freaking cool, you guys. So, like,
It looks so great.
okay, so one last time, if you want to win this and you have not been commenting every single month, you need to follow me, the Chalk Girl, on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. You need to follow BKS Art and Textiles on Facebook. You need to tag some friends in the comments, and you also need to say professor in the comments. Sounds like a lot, but it's totally worth it for this bag. And if you just want metal print, just comment with the word professor. Heck yeah.
Professor.
Heck yeah. So,
Professor.
yeah, that's from our friends. Again, I'm going to say their name all night long. BKS Art and Textiles. They're amazing. Go check them out. If anyone remembers when I was doing Critical Role last year, they made all of our really fun keychains.
Oh.
Yeah.
Those are great.
They are. They're so fun. But in the meantime, we're going to get started with Mr. Charles Xavier.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
DM is in the house.
DM is in the house.
DM is in the house.
So wait, I'm assuming I'm going to work on Sir Patrick tonight, yeah? Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna work
Sir
on
Patrick.
Sir Patrick
Sir
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
This will be the second Sir Patrick Stewart that you've done.
It will be.
Andy Nicole says, "Yay, it's Wednesday with the Chalk Girl. I needed distraction tonight."
Oh,
In
well,
parentheses, it says kids, man.
kids.
Amanda Nicole, I saw a video you posted today with your flashback from 1998. It was cool. There you go.
There you go.
Fun stuff. Yeah, let's draw Professor X.
We watched Days of Future Past today.
Yeah?
Did.
Nice.
In anticipation of
Heck yeah.
some X-Men chalk drawings.
It was beautiful.
It was. It reminded me that in the first X-Men movies that they made, I was like, oh, Magneto makes some good points, but Charles Xavier's right. And then watching the ones where they're like, but this time we have young Charles and young Magneto, I was like, why are we agreeing with Charles? Magneto's bringing up good points.
And that's Pito saying that.
No, it it was the whole scene. They're on the plane, and Charles is like, Magneto, you did all these bad things, and you abandoned us. You left us alone. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you forget about all the other mutants that they've been kidnapping and experimenting on, or did you just forget about them while you were hiding away? And I was like, I need to go. I need a space that I can retreat to because that was too well said. But Charles Xavier, though.
Amanda Nicole says, thanks. My daughter has always called my mini.
Aw. So now, Chakra, I have to ask you,
Yeah.
which do you prefer, Sir Patrick or Mr. James?
I like Sir Patrick. He's
Fair.
great.
That's a good point.
Is it because he came pre-bald?
Pre-ball. Is that
Yeah.
good? I don't know. I just like his cool, calm, collected demeanor.
Sure.
I like his wizened opinions on things that I would like never be able to put myself in that position and figure out. I don't know. I just think he's cool. He's also Patrick Stewart. So.
Yeah, that helps.
Did you ever see Patrick Stewart with hair?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What a fox.
he's a good-looking guy.
He is a good-looking guy.
Still a good-looking guy.
He's still a good-looking guy.
Yeah. What happens when you drink, what is it, Earl Grey tea every day
Yep.
for like 90 years?
Yep.
Oh, really?
I mean, people have joked about it, like this is what you look like when you do drugs or whatever, and they show a picture of a really washed out celebrity, and then they show like, and this is what you look like at age 270 when you drink Earl Grey tea every day.
Yeah.
How old is Patrick Stewart? Do we know?
I do not.
Old. I'll look it up.
He's 81 years old.
Yeah.
What are some favorite Professor X moments?
Where to begin?
It's not a favorite moment, but it's a moment that you two could probably confirm. In the first movie, when he meets Wolverine, and then he makes some kind of comment about how he can make Wolverine believe he's like a 12-year-old girl and have someone braid his hair. Does he ever do that in the comics to anyone?
I don't think I know of any examples like verbatim.
Yeah.
He completely could,
Yeah.
but he would never abuse his power like that.
No. He's too nice.
But like he doesn't actually.
But yeah, I was gonna say
mind in
it
the
seems
sense.
very.
He does
like,
alter a few minds, not to like have them, do anything like
He
embarrassing.
does
or-
Jedi mind tricks.
He does.
He does the whole like, these are not the droids you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, he's the world's most powerful telepath.
And
He's
he
not
also
one to be
like
messed with.
he locked the mind of the Shadow King away.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd take a lot.
Inside his son.
Yes, inside his son.
Let's go ahead and talk about that. Let's get right out the way. Professor X is not the best dad in the world.
Great parent, bad dad. Although to be fair, his children are all born with reality warping powers. So
Yeah.
when you can warp reality, you got
No,
tough love.
he's like right up there with Zeus at like bad parenting. But
I can see that.
like, and what's funny though is like he's a great professor and a great like teacher for like the kids that are in his school and under his care. Like he's a great father figure to them, just not to his actual children. They all crazy.
Again, they could make 2 + 2 = banana. So I don't. They are reality warpers.
Mark Seaton's favorite Professor X line to himself in Days of Future Past is, "Please, we need you to hope again."
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and that whole
That scene.
So good.
It's the greatest, what is it? I wrote the quote down when I was watching the movie because it's so good. Greatest burden we have to bear is to take all their pain or something. It's great. It's
Yeah, and then you put in Shakespearean legend Sir Ian McKellen in there to deliver it, and you're like, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, because what's interesting, I think, with Professor X, specifically within the movies, is that, like, he himself and his powers aren't necessarily the most, like, cinematic, but, like, some of the lines that he has, some of the dialogue that he gets to have in the movies are great. Like, you want some good monologues, like, he is a great character to get them from. But, like, I would say almost everything that comes out of his mouth in Logan, like,
Oh my gosh.
is one of my favorite parts of Logan.
I wish he would have been nominated for Logan. I was looking at a list of like
I
actors that should have been nominated for these roles, and he was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was brilliant, and like just his whole performance in it. That he was still Professor X, but he was also like
Losing his mind.
losing his mind.
Yeah.
It was great. That movie's great. That's definitely up there, but it's a sad one.
It is sad.
It's very heavy. You get to the end and you're like, I'm gonna need a minute.
You know Patrick Stewart had a ball saying, what? The new cheese chalupa, it's the new thing. You know he had a great time.
Yeah.
No, but like the moment that he has, I think, with Wolverine in Logan when X-23 is like starting to fall asleep,
Mm-hmm.
and he like has this moment where he's like, like we're getting too old for this, but like she can,
Mhm.
still give hope, and like you're still a good person. You got to do this because she's your daughter. Like just that whole speech, I was like, well, that's it. I'm sad now. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for moving me emotionally in this film. Thank you.
Is she actually Wolverine's daughter, or just
She.
experiment with his DNA kind of daughter?
Yeah, she is his daughter in the sense where she was genetically made from his like DNA.
Thank you.
She is not like in actuality like his natural born daughter, but they're like, hey, here's your mutant powers in this person now.
So he didn't sire her.
Yes.
Ninja Griffin says, following you everywhere, like BKS on Facebook, and tagged you earlier in this video.
Heck yeah!
Oh.
Thank you.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, friends.
That's,
you
and
wanna
that's a
win?
ninja and a griffin.
If you want to win a really cool backpack, you got to do all sorts of fun things tonight, including
Three
follow me
backpacks.
on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow BKS on Facebook. Tag some friends in the comments and comment Professor.
Professor.
That's all.
Amanda Nicole says, I still have yet to watch Logan.
So good.
It is. It's but you like give yourself a full day because like you'll watch it and then you'll need to have some sort of
You can process.
you need to pick me up after that. Like you gotta find your favorite like comedy or like super lighthearted something TV show, movie, what have you. Watch it immediately after watching Logan. Or you will
A
just
palate cleanser.
Yes, exactly.
Smell the coffee beans, if you will.
Yes.
Gotta watch Deadpool after Logan.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good option.
I love
Was it
Deadpool.
the end of, was Deadpool 2 the one that lined up with Logan? Or Deadpool 1? Unlike the release of the
Two,
movie.
I believe.
Two,
It's
yeah.
two.
Because he like 3 minutes into the movie, he says something about it. Yeah.
Because Logan came out at some point. I was working in the movie theater when it came out, and it came out like October, November. It came out towards the end of the year, and the first Deadpool movie came out on Valentine's Day.
Came out on Valentine's
Yeah.
Day. I went on a date.
Because they had joke ads about it being the best love story.
Yep.
Ninja Griffin says, Professor, just in case my earlier comment was missed.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Professor.
We got the earlier comment, so
Thank you.
no worries.
Also, Moxie says, Professor X to Wolverine, only reading his mind. Poor man.
You poor, poor man.
Yes. Really, just his. Anytime he speaks to Wolverine, him and Hugh Jackman together, good combo.
Yeah, for real.
What is Magneto's helmet made out of?
Metal.
Lots of medals.
Like, special type metal? Because Rain of Thought,
Yes.
Wolverine's skull is metal. And
Yes.
if Magneto's helmet is the same and it blocks all Professor X rays, then Wolverine should be the same
Well,
immunity.
Well,
He does have partial psychic immunity because of that reason.
There's there are holes in your skull to
That's
get
true.
to your brain.
There's a whole face open on the helmet.
That's true. I don't know.
No, I know that like part of the reason that he couldn't fix Wolverine right away, like in regards to restoring his memory, is because of the fact that he has an adamantium skeleton blocking his brain.
Not because there's a bullet lodged in the brain.
That too, but also
Okay.
in part because he has a head full of metal.
So
Amanda Nicole asked if would it be vibranium then? I'm guessing for the helmet.
it is not vibranium. Magneto's helmet is his own make, and it's his own whatever, and he has moved it on a molecular level to block psychic frequencies.
That's so.
Did you have a name for it?
No. In the
That's lazy.
books, it's lazy. No, in the books though, Magneto himself is actually a little bit psychic. He has like latent psychic powers, and so that's how he's able to kind of compete with Charles. Like his helmet really doesn't have too much to do with it. The movies is more about the helmet being like a psychic blocker, and so it's his own design.
Yeah. Likewise, Wolverine's brain in the comics, because of his regeneration, like it makes it difficult to read his mind. That's why he can resist some stuff. Because if you tried to put him under like a trance, his mind would just fix itself.
Also, in there are minds that Professor X has trouble with, like Wolverine's, because it's so shattered. In a particular book, a not canon book, but he tries to go into Deadpool's mind, and it
Really?
ends up killing him.
Ends up killing Deadpool?
No, it kills
Oh.
Professor X. It was called Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh my god.
And it was just a silly book where he just kills everyone. So, it was fun.
Yeah.
This
But
is
like-
like the kind of book where Deadpool like wakes up at the end of it and finds out the whole thing.
Well, Deadpool actually, in the end of it, spoilers, wee woo, finds his way into the real world and then just starts killing the writers of the book.
Oh my god.
Yeah, because it starts with he goes out to take out the entire Marvel universe. Then he starts taking out the Marvel creative team. Then he starts going into other pieces of literature to start killing everything in other
Mhm.
bits of literature.
They must have had so much fun writing that.
That's
They
the thing. Like
100% did.
it's a ball. It is really funny to read. It's a little sad, but it's fun.
Well, because I believe that like it kind of stemmed off of a short run of Punisher Kills the Marvel Universe, where
Yes.
like it was very dark and people didn't totally like it, and they're like, what if we did it again, but this time it was crazy and we could promise you that none of it was long lasting.
Because the Punisher ends up teaming up with the Venom symbiote and just goes on a rampage.
What?
Yeah.
Good old Venom.
Venom.
Demetria Jones says so unbelievably talented.
Well, thanks,
It's true.
me.
Isn't she?
Look at his head. Look at his beautiful bald head.
Chuck Earl, may I ask you,
Of
is there any particular trick to drawing older, wrinkled skin?
any trick?
Is there anything particularly challenging about it?
Yeah, because it's got more texture than your average 20-something, 30-something year old. So like trying to find a good balance of like making it look real but making it not look super like manipulated or like
Sure.
fake. Yeah, there's all sorts of challenges with wrinkles getting shading down for wrinkles.
Yeah.
Yeah, all sorts of things.
Thank you, Chuck Earl.
Good question.
Chuck Earl, if you were telepathic,
Oh boy.
what would you do with that power?
Oh boy. I don't know. It sounds like too much for me.
Probably draw a chalk picture from the recliner.
Oh, what?
Draw a chalk picture from the recliner.
From the recliner? That was telepathic?
Yeah. Isn't
Not
it?
telekinetic. Telepathic.
No.
Yeah.
Same thing.
I'd never wait in line.
Because
Yeah, you
everyone
could just
mentally.
yeah.
Or just convince them all. Be like,
And no
you
one
should
would
get out
even
of the way.
know.
And they're like, "You're gonna get out of the way."
That's it.
I'd still pay for things.
Yeah.
Oh no,
I mean, I'd be like, I have the employee discount.
I would go into politics.
Be crazy.
That's what I would do.
I don't think that would be a good fit for you.
No,
Well, for everyone else.
for everyone else.
For you,
Well,
probably.
I'd become a despot. I'd become a tyrant. I really would.
And then you'd have the anti-dance society that just
Don't worry, I already got that, baby.
tries to stop you.
But I'm telepathic. They could.
Who's the one?
What if you're telepathic, they probably also have
They probably.
those too.
They got.
Who's the one character from something that had like power of suggestion? Like this person shook your hand, they can convince you to do anything or convince you of any thought.
Was that in the boys?
There was
I want to say it might have been like from Heroes.
I think
Never
so.
watched it.
I think there was
That's
something
a-
like that in Heroes.
That's a great power.
I know Kilgrave in Jessica
Yes.
Jones has like he can be like, hey, you should do this, and then people
Jump
do
off
it.
a bridge.
Yeah.
But suggestion's only a level 2 spell, so it can't go crazy.
Well, you can
Not
also
if you're
hide and
Kilgrave.
affect more people and stuff.
That's true. And there is also mass suggestion, which is a level 5 spell.
Yeah.
6.
There's also gas.
There is. And that's a
Basically
rough one.
suggestion, but worse.
But for you.
But for months, and if you break it, you hurt yourself.
You hurt yourself. But the casting time is very long.
It is.
Yay, D&D!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reading a bunch of Professor X lines from Logan, I was like, oh my gosh, this movie's so sad. So I have to stop. I'm like, these are very well written and also very depressing. Time to be done. Only good thoughts, only happy thoughts.
Now see, I give Professor X a lot of credit because with his ability, he could do a lot of damage to a lot of things, but he doesn't.
He's not. He exercises a lot of restraint.
A
He's
ton of
good person,
He's good. Wow.
but a terrible father.
But a terrible father.
But one of his kids is one of my favorite X-Men characters of all time. So.
Proteus.
No.
Legion.
Yes.
Mellow.
Legion. Legionnaire.
Legionnaire's disease.
Yeah.
Legion of superheroes.
Legionella, you know?
Yeah.
The best superhero ever. Legionella. Just kidding. It's not a superhero. It's a bacteria.
It's a bacteria.
It's the bacteria. Patrick Stewart's looking right at me.
I know, right?
I prefer his chair from the 90s cartoons.
I loved his
Like
chair
the
from
bumper,
that.
bumper car.
Yeah.
But it's
there's the big-
gold and it's
It's gold. It's like very showy.
Yeah.
It's also like
It
mentally
hovers.
links to him. So
Yeah.
if he falls out of it, he can just be like, chair, come here.
Chair, hither. Oh, he was great.
he was okay. He was really great in the cartoon.
Cartoon was just kind of like stupid good.
Cartoon was better than it had any right to be.
It's because they said, let's just go right in the comics.
Yeah.
All the good stuff is there. Let's just grab it right from there. Why rewrite anything?
Well, because they were just like, let's just sell toys with this. Yeah, and they're like, no, let's actually tell a compelling narrative full of drama and action and intrigue for the kids. Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, and like.
And then
they
let's
were-
do it on black paper too. Why not?
And they were doing it like side by side at the same time as doing the Spider-Man one too, and like they had the whole crossover with the two. Oh, it was
They did?
good. So good.
And the crossover was animated with the Spider-Man people, so in case you're wondering why the X-Men looked brighter, that's why.
I was partial to the Spider-Man series, but for no reason.
I loved them both.
Amanda Nicole says, "Can I just say I really like the casting of the young Professor X? I know not everyone liked that pick."
I thought he was pretty good.
Oh, I 100% agree.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
James
like,
McAvoy's great.
Yeah, I think both him and Michael Fassbender like were perfect picks to play
I agree.
young Xavier and Magneto.
My
Like,
brain doesn't want to compute that like Michael Fassbender
Sure.
But like, it's still they're so both like.
Yeah. He goes from
insanely great.
kind of small and kind of ripped to very tall and very lanky.
Yeah.
Time is a cruel mistress, y'all.
Well, when you got gravitational powers, I imagine it stretches you a little bit.
A little bit.
Too much iron.
Too much iron in your blood.
You have too much iron in your blood.
Yeah, I didn't mind the part that weirded me out about the young professor is he is not a pretty bald person.
No.
No.
He was bald and I was like, oh.
Not everyone's got the right face shape for it. But they went right back to hair. They're like, you know what? Hair. Let's give him hair.
Well, and I wonder for him. I thought he shaved his head for it. I was trying to remember if he did a bald cap or if he shaved his head, but there was a video of him shaving his head for it.
I believe he did.
Yeah.
It's probably method that way. Something good method.
Well, and then he was bald in Split
Yeah.
too. So I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I guess James McAvoy just doesn't get to have hair anymore.
And then he was in Atomic Blonde too, I think, also with like no hair, or not. Maybe it wasn't that. He's in some movie like that though, as someone with who is like had a buzzed head. So it's like, yep, no hair for him. Once you become Sir Patrick Stewart, you cannot have hair anymore.
Did you ever see Wanted?
Yep.
Yes.
He was great in Wanted.
Yes, he was.
No, he's a great actor. Yes. And I think again, like it is very difficult to compete with the acting talent of, you know, Ian McKellen and Patrick Stewart. And so I think that what James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender were able to do, and they're both incredible actors, so like I was already sold right away when they casted them, but you know, to have to compete with that and to do as well as they did, like, I think is amazing. And it helps that you got to see all four of them interact more or less with each other in a movie.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool. This is an interesting picture because he's got a lot of light on one side of his face, so there's not much to do, but it looks super awkward because they don't have a background right now.
Yeah.
So like his face ends here, but you can't really tell.
You put him in Cerebro.
That's what the background is gonna be.
So cool.
Ah.
Smart. Good
I
thoughts,
loved
good
how the
thoughts.
movies depicted Cerebro.
I agree.
I also like how it changed. I know a lot of people were like kind of ticked off that it like obviously technology got better and
Mhm.
CGI got better, but like
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool how it kind of morphed.
Right. Well, and like also, technology evolves over time, and so I imagine if he was like, I want to use this tool to help me find more mutants so I can, you know, help them be safe, he'd probably make it better over time,
Yeah.
so that he could be better at contacting with people.
I hear once they introduce Marvel, or X-Men to the Marvel universe, it's just gonna be an iPhone. It's an app. He's like, hold on, let me get onto my Cerebro app. All right.
It's got a Bluetooth connection to
Yeah.
the helmet.
Oh, Jason says, hey fella, how are you?
Wait, what?
I believe Jason.
Okay.
Hey fella, how are you?
Hi. I'm great.
Hi,
How are
Jason.
you?
How are you?
Amanda Nicole says they were in like a psych ward or something.
For what you're talking about?
I don't know what. I don't know where at in the conversation.
Oh, okay.
Who was in a psych ward, honey?
Yeah, Ben and Nicole, if you could clarify what you were referring to.
Do you guys think that his powers could have been done more cinematically? I loved the like freezing time everyone's hurting thing in Logan.
Yeah.
I do, but do you think his powers could have been more cinematic? I thought they did actually a really good job in Days of Future Past
Yeah.
when he would appear to Mystique.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's I think like the tough thing is like the like even in the comics
Do we
like
need
the
blue
only
lights happening around his head or something? Like,
No, well, because like there'd be times where like he would like mentally project himself like to people, and like we got that.
yeah.
He would also speak into their heads, and we got that. And then he would freeze the people around him, or like mess with their minds a little bit, and we got that. Like there really isn't much more to do, you know. Like he's not like astral projecting. So
In the cartoon, they would always do like this bright, piercing blue light. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then in the books, they often do like lines around his head, like waves radiating out.
yeah, he
So I was
was
just wondering if maybe we needed like a more visual representation that like he is using his powers now.
I got you. Well, that's what he'd do the fingers.
Right.
Yeah.
I love how there was an interview with whoever played Sean from Psych. He's
Yeah.
like, there's only so many times you can do this to make it look like you're doing powers.
It's
Yeah.
true.
So there was another comment from Amanda that I didn't read.
Gotcha.
But there was another movie where he was like playing his split character along with someone else. Can't think of the movie,
Oh,
but it said then they were in like a psych ward. or
Glass.
Mm-hmm.
The movie's Glass.
Yeah, it was him.
something. Glass, not Mr. Glass.
Just Glass.
Well,
it's about Mr. Glass.
Oh,
But it's called
it was
Glass.
just called Glass.
Yes.
Great movie.
And the poster was done by
Alex Ross.
Yeah, Alex Ross. Favorite comic book artist.
Really?
I met Alex Ross.
Actually,
Wasn't Glass from the area
He did.
recently?
Libertyville.
He was here 3 years ago. And I got a book signed for Mr. Pito here.
because I was at work and couldn't go.
Or just like some other random.
It was War and Peace.
Like a Jack Kirby cover.
No, it was War and Peace, but I was like, please sign this.
I don't have anything else for you to say.
He did also sign the back of my phone.
Nice.
And Chip Kidd also signed my phone, which is really cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
What would you do if you started hearing people's thoughts in your head?
Panic.
Use it to my advantage.
Absolutely.
We'd start with panic. We'd then realize eventually. It would take some time, but very much like Professor X, we'd realize that it was other people's voices, it wasn't his. And you go from there. Unless you're Legion, then you realize that it's other people's voices, but it is in your head. Then you panic again.
Poor Legion really needed a dad.
Yep.
Would it have helped?
Probably. Because
If you had a psychic being like, hey, let me tell you how to use your psychic stuff.
Yes, or at least the most powerful one. He could have helped and, like, build some sort of structure in his head that inevitably Legion had to build himself for how to deal with all the voices. But, that being said, though, I mean, in the show Legion, he has a psychic who's like, oh, you're just hearing other people's voices. Like, you know, there's nothing to worry about. You're just a telepath. And then she realizes, oh, no, wait. It's not other people's voices. It's still your own head. We thought you were just a mutant, not crazy, but you're both.
That show is so good.
Yes, it is. Never give it away.
You know, in the movies, Professor X, because they did the Dark Phoenix as not an entity, but like a personality of Jean Grey,
Mm-hmm.
he did suppress that personality. So to answer our previous question before, like, has he ever done that? He did do that canon in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
He's locked her in a cage. In
Yes.
his mind.
Mind cage. Mental manipulation.
Mental prison.
Mental prison.
12D10. I
Look
failed.
at him. Look at his beautiful head.
Fifth grade, she said, I'll take the damage. I'm gonna save her. Save my physical body. And then come back and reflect with laser beams for eyes.
Laser beams for eyes.
Yes.
Turn to the best. That's the
Yes.
Thanos.
Thanos.
I wish I had Thanos powers.
Thanos' powers is really just super strength.
Just strong. He's a strong dude.
He's just big.
He's genetically modified.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Like, ooh.
He's a GMO?
Yes. No, by his father. Technically speaking, he, like, comic book wise, is of the same race of beings that the Eternals are. Yeah, which are children of Celestials. But his father originally genetically altered him. So that's why he don't look like a person. He looked like Thanos.
But he's got like a pain press for a chin.
Yeah. He got a little hit with the ugly stick. Just a little.
After things get past like 6'5",
You're like, oh.
it gets a little weird.
You got a big thumb looking head.
Alright,
You big thumb looking head.
Purple thumb.
Your purple thumb.
Oh my god, the thumbs. That's a movie I should watch.
Spy Kids.
Yeah.
They had a very interesting cast of characters, the Spy Kids. They got a lot of celebrities being the Spy Kids movies.
Yep.
You're like, how'd they convince you? George Clooney is the president in the Spy Kids movies.
$20 is $20.
$20 is $20.
Fair. Fair point.
Oh, look at the texture on the eyebrows.
He's got thick eyebrows.
I'm just jealous because he has eyebrows.
Yeah, I figured.
I wish.
You should.
When you become 81 like him, you'll get eyebrows.
Maybe I'll get big bushy brows.
You'll also, all the hair will stop growing on your head. It'll go right in your eyebrows.
Oh.
Or you just cut off
You
like
just-
a lot.
And just tape them?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing next.
Get that. Or just like eyebrow. I'm sure someone will transplant your hair and not your eyebrows.
Hmm.
Look like the old
Yeah.
guys, like Kung Fu Masters.
Yeah, like
Yes.
Pai Mei.
Slow down.
Sifu.
$37, Chakra.
Thanks.
Now, if I wanted to win some really cool prints or like a backpack of sorts,
Yeah.
how would I go about doing that?
You
this
would
week?
comment Professor
Oh,
from
really?
wherever you're watching. Not only that, so commenting Professor and just doing that alone would get you, or could win you, a really cool metal print that I will show off at the end of this live session.
Okay.
But if you wanted to win a backpack, you could do 4 things for me, which sounds like a lot, but it's only 4 things. It's not that many. You can follow me on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. You can follow my friends BKS Art and Textiles on Facebook because they're the ones that made it and they're really cool. You could tag some friends in the comments, and you could also put Professor in the comments. So yeah, you could win a sweet backpack.
There you go.
I've done all 4.
There you go.
Yeah.
Professor, like Professor Xavier.
My Professor.
Very clever.
But his degree is like in architecture. Like he.
No, it's not. I wonder his degrees in.
No, I'm just saying.
That'd be funny though.
Amanda Nicole says, "What was the page?" My hubs was talking and I missed it.
The page for
I'm guessing the.
BKS.
Yeah.
Yeah, so BKS Art and Textiles, if you go on Facebook, it might be under Sand Guroff, which is crazy, but type in BKS Art and Textiles and you might just find it. I will put a link after this whole shebang to their page so that we can find them. We can all find them. They are some cool folks.
Professor X has 3 degrees. He has his bachelor's degree in biology, and he also got a degree in genetics and biophysics.
Nice.
So he knows his genes.
I feel like none of that is what they said in
Quarter.
first class.
Right. I thought
He.
had, like,
Oh,
2
I'm sure he has
PhDs.
several more too. Like
Just-
those are just like the ones that the quick Google search gave me.
Gotcha.
I guarantee you he's got like 8 different degrees.
Okay.
This here says he has PhDs in genetics, biophysics, psychology, and anthropology,
Yes.
and a 2-year residency at Pembroke College.
Pembroke.
I feel like being able
Prestigious.
to read people's minds really helps get into testing.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, he is also a genius, but it definitely
Yes.
helps when you don't ever have to worry about what. Be
Right.
like, hey, what's the answer to this question? You thought it? That's good enough.
Like, somebody has read the book. You can just take all that information and make them forget it.
Yeah, just steal it, yoink it right out of there.
He could build a Sherlock Holmes mental palace and just store all the information in. Quite literally, he could build a mental palace. He could probably also like adjust the like chemicals and the makeup of his own brain to allow him to store more information.
It's mostly just sugar and protein.
I like sugar and protein.
Great, just slam a monster.
Just
Just slam a monster and like a muscle milk. And you're good. You're like, my brain is so big.
My brain is
Actually, doesn't
ripped.
Bang have both sugar and protein in it? And it's creatine.
I don't think Bang has
It
protein.
does not.
He's certainly looking old.
I would keep angry.
No. Should I?
I just didn't know how curious you were.
Oh, I'm curious. Bang does not have protein. Bang does make a protein one though. So there, you have a protein Bang, and Bang, your brain is big.
Big
That's
brain
all you
bang.
Big bang bang.
Big brain Bang drink.
Yeah. Drain.
Drink.
Go home. Go to our home.
Okay.
You dropped yours.
Thanks.
I thought it was really cool to see Professor X's powers weaponized in X2.
Yeah.
Because X2 is just a masterpiece of a film, okay?
I've said it once, I'll say it again. Say it again.
X2 is a masterpiece of a film.
There you go.
It's not X3, so I guess so.
It's not X3.
It has nothing to do with the Dark Phoenix. So it's automatically
Yeah,
in
so-
good shape.
My only criticism of the new X-Men is Nightcrawler.
He's a little interesting.
In that they were like, hey, you know this like cool demon looking guy who's like really religious and that's a really cool character arc and he could be really violent and do all this stuff, but he's not, and he's actually a really good guy and he's German. Yeah, let's make him a teenager that goes to the mall.
Well, and like that was his character in the animated
X-Men Evolutions.
Yeah. It was literally like his character.
Mm-hmm. They're like, what if you went to the mall though?
But does he ever? Because in Evolution, he had like the
That was
The-
really cool.
the changing device that made him
Mhm.
look normal. Like he doesn't have that anywhere else.
Mm-mm.
He's always been blue. Nightcrawler's awesome. He's definitely up there on the list.
Okay.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, that thought was what's the red one?
Azazel?
The Red Nightcrawler?
Yeah, but it's in
The First Class?
no
Azazel and
comics.
Mystique, right?
Mhm.
Oh, is it in the ones where they were doing the, like the stuff that Hickman's been doing recently?
Yes.
Yes, I know where he was with a Chimera,
Yeah.
but what was his name?
Oh, he was a Chimera. Okay.
Well, because he was with Colossus' daughter.
Yes, that was also like it was just like some fusion relative of both Colossus and Magic since they're related.
But I can't think of his name though. It was
Cardinal.
Yes.
There it is.
Because he was Cardinal and she was Rasputin 4.
Yes.
Yes, there it is.
Because he was.
Because he says the same things. He's like, I don't like to hurt people. I'm a pacifist.
He says, "Let's go to the mall."
He says, "Let's go to the mall. Let's go to the mall."
Except for he's on a distant planet.
That's true. Yeah. Trying to fight off Nimrods. He's not.
Oh,
He's not too
Nimrods.
worried about a mall. Who played Nightcrawler in X2? Why am I spacing on his name?
Alan Cumming.
Yes, he's great.
He is
He's the
great.
best one.
He was MC in Cabaret.
He has done a lot of things and has been probably my favorite part of lots of things.
Oh yeah,
He was also Rooster in Annie.
he was.
He's been around Broadway for a while.
He also looks just like a little elf. He's great.
He does.
He does.
He was also Floop in Spy Kids.
Oh my
Full
gosh.
circle.
Oh my gosh.
Amanda Nicole says, OMG,
Floop and his
who just
Floop
sang
ways.
that? Because that's totally where my mind went.
I got
That,
you.
yeah,
That would be me,
that'd be Pito.
Pink Tink.
Pink Tink. What color is that Tink over there? Oh, it's pink. Okay.
It's hard to say, really.
Hard to say.
It's hitting one of those old glass TVs. It goes tink tink,
That's how Pink guy's name. Do you know that?
No.
tink tink.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know who his patent guy is.
That's how Pink Tink. That's how Pito got his name. Punching one of the big glass TVs. Pink Tink Pink Tink Pink. It's true. True story.
Good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Back in the day when you had an entire coffee table and it was only a 12-inch TV.
Yes.
Yeah. I miss those big TVs.
Now, Ringmaster, if you were to
Yes.
describe one aspect of this chalk drawing that you like, but you can't use the word depth,
I would say the bushiness of the eyebrows.
okay, here you go.
No, I would say
You definitely
really.
asked for one word.
It was all. It was all hyphenated. Those are all hyphenated.
Oh,
so
okay.
It was-
bushiness hyphen of
yeah,
hyphen
bushiness,
hyphen eyebrows.
comma, semicolon.
Got it. Got it.
I will say the photorealistic quality is
Again. One word.
again all hyphenated.
Oh my god.
And the depth.
Yes, there it
I was
is.
thinking, this one I would say more contrast
Yeah.
than depth.
This is
Yes.
really.
'Cause
This
he
is
doesn't
one
really
of
have a
those drawings
deep
that I'm
ball
gonna
color.
have to like. I'm gonna have to take multiple pictures from like way far away to make sure that I get this. 'Cause looking at it up close, it all looks like the same color right now. Yeah, so that'll be interesting.
Well, I think it looks great,
Well,
and
thanks.
I mean that. That's not even me just trying to be kind or boost your ego. I really think he looks great, and I cannot wait to see.
Contrast.
If you think that needs more work now, I cannot wait to see what it looks like when you're finished.
Well,
Neon
thanks,
Blitz says,
Joe.
hey ya. Sorry.
He's
nothing.
quoting his favorite Outcast song.
You say what? What's this here?
Neon Blitz.
Neon Blitz. Hi.
Hey,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
That's all we can use.
Hey, comment professor in the comments.
Yeah,
If you
guys,
want
if
to
you
win
wanna
some
win
cool
things,
prints.
comment with Professor.
Also, tell your friends, follow the Chakra on her platforms,
Yep.
Facebook,
All of them.
And follow
Instagram,
who else?
and TikTok, and follow BKS Art and Textiles on Facebook,
Yeah.
the makers of this beautiful bag in the giveaway.
Yeah.
BKS.
They are going to be at a convention this weekend, I believe. A Harry Potter convention of sorts.
Oh, where?
No, I wish I knew.
Oh.
That was my one thing that I was like about to say. I'm like, I don't know where it is, but they're gonna be at a convention.
And I had to open my big meow.
It's all good.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow, that's right.
Meow, that's wrong.
You'll hear me, or _art says, hi, just finished an art stream and found this on Browse.
Heck yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Thanks for
Cool.
coming.
Yeah.
The Potato Lion says, hi, wow, this looks super cool.
The
You're right, Potato Lion. It
thanks.
does look.
I
super
love
cool.
Potato Lion.
We're working on it. We're getting there.
Potato Lion.
Came into my room.
Scared me. It's like, what are you doing
Say
here?
raw potato.
He said, potato.
Potato rar. Oh, it looks great.
Looks so good. That contrast, thank you, is so good.
Yeah.
Potato.
Potato.
You guys just having fun saying potato now?
Yep.
Great word.
We're saying it with the Potato Lion too.
Yes.
He's commenting.
Fun fact about the Chalk Girl is that this Saturday starts the annual Gish scavenger hunt, which is put on by Misha Collins.
Oh yeah.
And our team name is Mished Potatoes.
Hey!
So everything we do has
Yeah.
potatoes in it.
Potato Lion.
Careful, it's a lot of starch.
Something wrong with starch.
Ooh, Neon Blitz says, just joined and you're already loved.
Awesome. Well,
Oh.
thank you.
Neon Blitz. You're the best.
The Potato Lion says, super loved.
Awesome.
Oh wow, hadn't done that in a while. Yay, potato name, LOL.
What platform are these friends?
Twitch.
Wow.
They're Twitchers.
Also, Neon Blitz. Neon Blitz. Oh, I was thinking.
I got you.
I don't know why, but that made my brain jump to Cats in the Cradle.
Because the cat's in the Neon Blitz. Oh.
Can't sing anymore. Copyrights.
He's got all this like stubble in this movie.
Well, thanks, Kiara. Oh my goodness.
You got this. Heel Herm. RM. Art.
Yay.
Anyway, gotta go. Just leaving these lovely folks here. Have a wonderful stream.
Thanks. I was about
So
to say
nice.
you too, but I caught myself.
And you're at 52.
Thanks, 52. Actually, we'll probably stop now because there's so much to talk about. Because we got this cool bag. All right, friends. If you want to win, free stuff. Free stuff. Super cool free stuff. I'm gonna do this with my left hand only because my right hand is super messy. You could win one of these, which is really pretty.
Ooh.
Right? Yep. You could win one of these. You
I
could
must have it.
win a Nightcrawler one. You could win one of these. You could win. You could win. Or if you do all the things, you could win this super
Wow.
awesome, amazing bag. Like you could win this. Freebie. Freebie. You wanna know how?
How?
You what you gotta do is whatever thing you're watching from right now, comment professor. That's number one. Number
Step
one.
Professor.
Comment
Got
professor.
it. Fine.
Number two,
Number 2.
tag friends. Because
Friends, get in
they
here.
probably like X-Men too. And
Okay.
they would want to see this too.
Okay.
Super cool.
There we go.
Third thing, follow me, the Chalk Girl, on Instagram, Facebook, and
TikTok.
TikTok. Thank you. I had to
I
pick.
got you.
Yep. And then you also have to go follow the friends that made this beautiful bag, BKS Art and Textiles on Facebook.
That's step 4.
That is step 4. You gotta do that to get this bag. I'm going to check all of those things if you enter today. If you've been commenting with us the entire month, then all you gotta do is comment professor and you're automatically entered to win. But yeah, so those are our super cool things that we are handing out this month.
Very nice.
Next week is a new month. That means a new theme.
Oh.
August is Throwbacks Month.
Ooh.
So we've got some fun things planned.
Throwback.
New sponsor coming along and giving out more stuff, you guys. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for asking questions. Thanks for commenting with your favorite Professor X moments. If everything goes okay in the world, we should be here next week, same time,
Same
same channels.
Sing, chop, chance.
and we will be working on a new picture. But yeah, you guys are awesome. You guys are super cool. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you next week.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye now.
Bye.